God.
Dirko's bandwidth network is low. Dirko's network. Hey, listen, I love the background. I can't fucking see it. You're like a little postage stamp. Dirko's network bandwidth is low.
Dude, we never know where Dirko's at, man. He could be like somewhere exotic right now, man.
Dirko's bandwidth is low. This is the story of our fucking lives here.
Back to Zombie SquadCAST with your host, Glenn the Maniac Nelson, and a very special guest, Dirko, a.k.a. Donnie Stocks.
Right back. Carry on without me. I'll be right back.
What's going on with the market, man?
Yeah, and Dirko just got dumped off the fucking show.
Oh, you got to restart this thing all over again. There he is.
There he is. See,
Jesus.
You can't even step away. You can't even step away for 1 second with this guy. He's got like 17. He's got like 17 different logins. How many fucking logins does he got? And he's got like, oh my god, he's got me echoing and shit. Which is the good one? Oh my god, he's dropping his phone.
This is terrible, man.
Oh my god,
dude, you better not put this episode online. This is terrible. This is terrible. Absolutely terrible. He's got to set up something going on over there.
Huh?
Why can't anybody just have a normal setup?
I have a normal setup. I actually have a normal setup.
I have a normal setup.
I have a normal setup. Hold on, I'll be right back. Carry on without me. Maybe you guys can spark some kind of conversation about how to set up a show.
He's still trying to figure it out. What is going on over there?
I think I got it.
You got 2 echoes going on. I don't know why Glenn starts recording this shit. Dude, imagine if Glenn did this with actual guests on his show.
Oh my, what is going on with it?
Dude, I'm so glad you don't do this with normal guests.
I don't. I do not.
It's way more professional. And ours is like totally jacked up, man. Always. Like, why? Your show looks so professional, dude. Zombie SquadCast is so professionally done. And then you got, by the time we get to the round table,
I gotta dump the guy. He keeps trying to come back into the show. I'm like, no, I can't.
It's absolutely dreadful, man.
Well, we'll give him one more shot. But if he can't figure out how to use an iPhone or an iPad, and his audio is still connected, he's got Winnie the Pooh in the background. Like, what is he doing?
Oh man, this is great.
It's no bueno. It's no bueno. I mean, goddamn.
It never fails, bro.
Never fucking fails. What's wrong? What's wrong with your audio, bro? What's wrong with your audio? Oh man, like, I wish I knew, but I don't.
Invest some money in a decent setup, bro.
Just Screech passed away.
I heard he had stage 4 cancer at 44.
Apparently, like he got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer like a month ago. He just went in for like a random, I'm 40, I'm 45, I'm 50-year-old kind of checkup. Stage 4 cancer. He just passed away from it.
Damn. Rest in peace, Screech.
Yeah.
Life is short, bro.
Rest in peace, Dirko from the fucking round table. Like, dude, what is going on with your setup, bro? Like, check. I'm trying to figure out like where's all the audio coming from? I don't know. But listen, yeah, Screech passed away. I mean, it's been a rough couple of a whole bunch of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's been a rough year, man. Just 2020 just filtered into 2021. Just continued.
Yeah, I've always been on the mindset of like multiply it by 2. Multiply it all by 2. You got an issue?
It's gonna take 2 years to fix. Oh, great. This show has come to a...
And now my audio keeps going in and out.
I'm like, what the hell is going on?
What is going on today? All right. I don't know, man. This is a complete another shit show.
Do not post this, man. This is terrible. This
is definitely getting posted. Hey, listen, I mean that's the joy of the whole debacle, the whole, whatever it is that is this world of virtual, remote, whatever the case, man. I mean,
it's basically virtual learning 101.
Virtual learning, man. I mean, yeah. There's only so much you can do, I mean,
just let Dirk go back in. Just let him in.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
It's funny. It's comical.
He's like sending me these pictures of his. What is he sending me? Oh my God. But dude, like he says like I got it set up and then he doesn't. There's no point. No, we're good.
So you just nixed them?
We're good, man. We're good.
You just 86 Dirko.
Dude, this has been the issue. Like he doesn't have internet. Like, come on.
Where is he at?
His house.
Which one?
Oh my God.
Is he in Jersey?
No, I think he's.
Is he at Jersey? Is he at Jersey Mike's?
Hey, you know what? Fine. I'll bring him back in. We can fucking ask him.
Yeah. Bring him back in, man.
I mean, why not? Why not?
Dude, next time he's in Jersey, man, he better bring me back a sub, dude. I got good subs over in Jersey, man. Jersey Mike's. Bring him back in.
Where are you? And why don't you have good internet?
What city are you in, bro? Dude.
Is he gonna fucking click the link again? I mean, fuck.
Dude, I'm in upstate New York, man. You got to check this place out, dude.
I mean, but dude, like Screech, I think was like 4 years older than us. I mean, it's just so there was this other artist, Sophie, that she was a Grammy nominated artist that died in a accident. Sophie did. Sophie Xeon.
Sophie Xeon.
Sophie Xeon.
What type of accident did she die in?
That's a good question. I
You
think
know,
I think it was a car accident or something.
How old was she?
34.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, we got what did we got over here? Sophie. Who the heck is this? Yeah. News about Sophie accident. So oh yeah. Cicely Tyson passed away. I mean, it's never ending. Who the heck is this? Cloris Leachman, I recognize her. Oh yeah, Larry King passed away. I mean, Christ.
The legendary Larry King, due to COVID-19.
COVID-19. And now Don can't even figure out.
And then MF Doom passed away in October.
Yeah. We didn't talk about him yet.
We talked about him in the last roundtable. It was crazy though, because MF Doom died on Halloween, and he wrote a song called Halloween. One of his tracks is called Halloween. How ironic is that?
Yeah.
You write a track called Halloween and you die on Halloween.
Dude, fucking Don, dude. Like Dirko's fucking killing me, man.
Yeah, Hank Aaron died.
Hank Aaron died. Yeah.
It's some legends have passed away.
And then who we got here? We got Phil Spector. Pacino played Phil Spector in the HBO biopic. Who else we got here, man? Joanne Rogers. Oh, Mr. Rogers. I guess that his the widow, yeah. Mrs. Rogers passed away. That sucks. Siegfried. Did he die? Did he pass away? Oh my goodness. Thursday. Oh my gosh. 81, this freaking guy. Bro. Now all of a sudden, Dirko is like desperate to be back on the fucking show. He's like, he was only 10 minutes late tonight. He's like, oh, let me back in. Oh, I'm like,
Bring him back in.
I would love to bring him back in. Dude, I'm sending him. Well, there's a lot of folks here. There's a lot of folks here I don't recognize, I'm afraid. But yeah. Yeah. Now this lady, this artist, I'm not familiar with, but I'm afraid I'm just not familiar with her. But yeah, Screech, man. I mean, my goodness, my wife was all torn up about it. She was a huge fan of the
Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, Screech.
Did you ever see
Dustin Diamond?
Did you ever see his adult project?
Everybody saw it.
Did you see it? Did you actually see it though?
I actually
saw it. Yeah, I did not. I have not seen it, and
You don't want to see it.
no, I don't. Okay. All right, good to know. Hey, well, listen. I mean, here, you really want me to?
Yeah, I want you to bring them back in.
Okay, if you really want me to bring it back in, let's see if I can bring it back in.
Bring them back in. Come on down.
All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Joe Rogan would have brought him back in.
All of a sudden, he's like, "Bro, bro." I'm like, "Come on, man." I mean, listen, he was only 10 minutes late today, and the reason why it didn't bother me is because we were busy trying to unfuck our setup, trying to bring Clubhouse into the whole mix. I still don't know how to do that, but I'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll get it all worked out, bro.
Maybe. Maybe not. I mean, listen, I mean, it's trying to, like, you know, experiment, take on newer things, but
You're trying to do too much. But good concept.
yeah,
Adding another element to our show.
yeah, that's always a possibility. I'm just trying to think, like, how would we be able to pull? See, listen, if it was working through, if they get a desktop platform, then it might work. But so, how's
Not many things are on desktop platforms anymore.
nah, man, like desktop.
Like-
Who's got a computer anymore?
Like Instagram was never on desktop.
Dude, well, Instagram is. You can't.
I was never able to access it.
It's limited, but you can access Instagram on a desktop, but I don't think you can post shit on a desktop. You can like other people's stuff, and you can message people on a desktop, but I don't think you can post things.
Do you think desktops are going to be completely obsolete in the near future?
No, I think people are just going to have to add platforms, but you're still going to have to remain multi-platform. I mean, listen, VHS is dead, but Mac OS and iOS and what is it, Galaxy and Samsung and Google Play and Google App or whatever, but also Windows. This guy's killing me, man. This dude's killing me, bro. Oh my god, dude! Like, this guy's killing me. So there's got to be a way. So he's saying, so I just bumped him. So I removed him, and I shouldn't have done that.
So you have to re-add them again.
No, I have to somehow find where it says allow removed participants to re-enter or some shit like that.
Wow, 23 text messages.
What in the fuck, man? And but I know I'm gonna waste my time trying to fucking do this. And then
And the show's gonna be over.
I'm gonna waste my fucking time trying to do this, and then he finally gets in, and then he's gonna have all the same technical issues that he just had. It's pointless. All right, let's try this. Let's just try it. Let's just try this. Yeah, we'll see if you. No, we'll see, man. I started a whole new meeting.
Basically, a whole new show.
Whole new show.
A whole new show.
Take
Zombie
two.
SquadCAST.
Take two.
Zombie SquadCAST. Take two.
Oh, it's all going in. It's not really going to be take two. It's just going to be the second half of a shittier show.
Shittier
Oh, and then what the fuck, dude? Let's go. Oh, so I don't know if you have on your calendar to be I don't know if you have on your calendar that we have a Rogues Sinister shoot this week, but we don't.
Let me verify that. Yeah, it was supposed to be on Friday the 5th.
Yeah, that's
So
no,
that got bumped.
that got bumped.
Is Tuesday the 9th still good?
Yep.
Okay.
If
There
it
he is.
There he is.
It's,
I think I might have to take the name TECHFALL. Pretty soon.
Dirko, man. You're just living up to the name. Dirko, brother.
what are you sitting on the ground?
Sitting on the ground.
Sitting on the ground. I'm on a couch. What are you talking about?
Where are you?
The phone's on the ground.
Are you? What
The
state
best
are you
show.
in?
The best show ever, man.
What state are you in?
I'm in 2 feet of snow up north
In Jersey?
in Jersey. That's
On the
right.
on the Canadian border?
No, Jersey is not on the Canadian border, you know.
Hey man, can you give me a sub from Jersey Mike's?
Done. Consider it done.
Is that your new residence, Dirty Jers?
A
Dude,
new res.
bro, you really need to get one of these, man.
You got the new
You like
digs?
desperately need to get one of these, dude.
He's got new digs.
They're like
in
$1 off
Jersey.
of fucking eBay, man, or they're like $3 off of like.
Oh, yo, I gave you that. Oh
you
my
did not
God.
give me this.
I gave you that.
You did not give me this.
I gifted you that from the Manas of Dawn.
You've never gifted. You did not. Why
Dude,
would you
that's like
gift
a
me
whole-
something
dude.
that you need more ever? You need more. You need this more than ever.
Dude, that
You
shit
did not
looks
gift me this.
I do. I'm about to go get one off eBay right now. As we're
Not,
doing.
not eBay. Not eBay. Amazon. You can get like a 5-pack for like $5. You got to buy
Yo.
them in bulk to. But you need them.
dude,
And
that,
everybody hates China, man. Yet you can get 5 of those for 3 cents.
Yep.
dude, that screen looks like you're being filmed in public access.
This is a public access channel, the equivalent of 2021. The Nelson Report.
God,
The Nelson Report.
What's up with you guys?
worst.
you're the worst.
Yo,
You're the worst.
Is it snowing down there in Maryland right now?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? You guys got like 2 inches or what?
Probably more than that.
What'd you get in Dirty Jers?
We got a good like 1.5 feet, man, or something, like a
Oh
lot.
my god.
Wow, man, you didn't even have to go to Colorado to get that.
Oh my god.
No, but it's a lot colder up here, man. than it
Dude,
is
what
up
happened
there.
with Colorado, man? You were supposed to be out in the Rockies.
I'm pretty sure the Rockies are still there, just without me.
You're the worst.
God. Dude, you know what I don't like about Jersey, man? Some schmuck has got to pump your gas, man. Really?
I love
Like,
that.
I always get out there like no. No,
No. And then they charge you a separate fee for that shit. They charge you a service fee.
They charge you a service fee for getting out of the car.
Best.
What's going on with your goddamn video? Oh my god. I'm about to dump this guy again, dude.
What are you trying to fix over there?
You're the worst.
Dude, that green screen is absolutely dreadful, man. It looks so bad. It looks so bad, dude.
Nothing to be proud of.
Dude,
right
that's
now.
why I don't use that virtual background. It's terrible.
Incredible.
Unless you have great lighting, that's the only way it works.
Oh, really?
And I don't think you have great lighting over there in Jersey.
My lighting isn't great in Jersey.
That's why your virtual background is jacked up. It's just like the similar effects of a green screen.
Yeah.
Like if your lighting's jacked up on a green screen, it's going to be all messed up.
It's called keying.
That's got to be better.
Me and Dirko had this huge.
No, it still looks like you're on public access TV.
Me and Dirko had this huge argument about one of Sammy G's music videos, and I'm like, I don't like the green screen. He goes, he didn't use green screen. He didn't use green screen.
He used a virtual background.
And I'm like, no, dude, there's like green screen, and he goes, there's no green screen. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to kill myself right now.
It was shot at Keystone Mountain.
And so they shot against a white wall, and they keyed out, and he fucking dropped his phone again. Oh my God, with this show. The worst. This is the worst show.
Thank God you're not recording.
Oh, I'm recording. I'm streaming live, buddy. I'm streaming live for the whole world to see.
What do people think?
Oh, brother. What are we going to do, man? What are we going to do? I mean, listen, I mean, the show is what it is.
It is.
The show is what it is.
It definitely is.
This show is like a bad cable access, virtual remote cable access show. One step above because of the technical specs, but really it's just
but every guest you have on there, it's extrely professional. I don't get it. And then
because it's a one-on-one, and all they have is
and then we get on and it just goes
crash
right to hell.
Right to hell.
Just in the fiery flames of hell immediately. Every time. Without fail. Funny.
All you got to do, man, is get a working mic and interface, and that's it.
All you need is one mic.
Dude, I bought this mic on Amazon for like $50, dude.
You did?
You should have bought 10.
Yeah, it's just a simple podcast mic.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing. I mean, I don't record tracks on this joint, but it works for the show.
It works real well. Every time. No fail.
Never. Unless I don't turn the audio on the interface.
You always got that. So what's been up, man? What's been up down there?
Down where?
Down under in Mantown.
Dumping GameStop. Yeah. Dumping GameStop before it fucking crashes.
You're dumping it, huh? You're shorting it. You're shorting it with Wall Street hedge funds. Now you're siding with the enemy, huh?
Dumping GameStop and making a massive profit. I know what I'm doing. I know because you're a
little guy, are you?
You know goddamn well what's gonna happen. You know goddamn well what's gonna happen.
It's a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time, dude.
It's gonna be bad. People are gonna be stuck holding the bag, but it ain't gonna be me.
Well, yeah.
I got my gains back today, but still, there's a lot of people that are just hoping AMC is going to be like a 10D print and casino machine, and it's not going to be that at all. At the end of the week, it will squeeze, though. I think.
I'm getting out of Robinhood altogether.
This is what our show's going to end up looking like.
I pulled everything out of Robinhood.
This is what our show's going to end up looking like.
Yep.
Good for you, Chris. Fuck that guy, Vlad. Guys,
I'm on. I just signed on to Vanguard.
Vanguard. Wow. Wait, Vanguard has their own brokerage?
Yeah.
Really?
These people can run a show better than we can.
It's because they got cable access
Yeah, look
34
into it,
years
bro.
of experience.
Vanguard.
Okay.
Vanguard is what, the other app?
Yeah, I dumped everything. I mean, I sold everything and got out
You got to get out, man.
while I still had profit.
You got to get out while the getting's good, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit's going downhill, and I bailed.
Yeah, you bailed.
So
Bailerinskis, man.
I mean, I still have like I think $6,000 in buying power, but I'm waiting to get that money back.
Are you still in Tesla? I hope you didn't dump
No,
Tesla.
I dumped all that shit.
You dumped Tesla, bro? You should've just sent me a
Tesla's
Tesla.
gonna keep growing though. See, Tesla, but see,
Why would you do that? Crazy. You just dumped
It's
like
definitely-
like $20,000 down the tube.
it's definitely like a show of hypocrisy what happened with that GameStop. And what was the other one? There was two stocks, GameStop and something else.
It was AMC. It was BlackBerry.
AMC, that's what it was. The
It
theater.
was Nokia. It was Genius Brand. It was Tootsie Roll. It was
Tootsie Roll, the candy.
Dillard's. No, not the candy. It was a whole bunch of stuff, man.
I mean, why'd they pick GameStop? I mean,
'Cause
just
they're-
why? Why not?
Because they're
This is
nerds
why.
on Reddit.
Why not Bud Light?
They
I'll
just
tell you
chose
why.
GameStop.
Or why not
I'll tell you
Anheuser-Busch?
why. This is why. What they did was illegal, okay? GameStop was 143% short. That means there were 43%.
Who did what
Of
was
shares.
illegal? Who did what that was illegal?
The hedge funds.
Yes.
Okay, when you short a stock, you're borrowing a stock from the brokerage. But if they don't have that stock, in this case, there were more than 100% of those stocks available, 43% more than was available, was borrowed from people like you and I. So they borrowed stocks that weren't theirs, bet against it, in hopes to make money and then sell it back to.
It's not illegal. That's the way Wall Street's. It's fucked up and it's shitty, but that's the
is
way Wall
illegal.
How is it
there should only
illegal?
there should only be 1 million shares on the long side and on the short side. There can't be 143 million on both sides. We're talking about shares that don't exist. You can't bet with shares that don't exist.
If that's
It's
really
market
what happened.
That is really what happened. That's what happens with also silver and gold and lots of other things. But Wall Street's been doing this for a long time, man.
Wall Street's been doing this for over a century. But here's the thing: you got hedge funds that are, like you said, betting against stocks or betting for stocks. And what a bunch of nerds on Reddit did was they started just pumping into GameStop, selling and then buying more and then selling. Like they were doing the exact opposite that the hedge funds were doing against GameStop. They were doing the exact opposite for GameStop. And they shot the stock up from 14. Within a week, it went from $14 a share to $300 a share.
Yeah.
And the hedge funds are like losing their fucking minds. And it's like you were beaten at your own game.
Well, hedge funds do this to each other, but the people have
Sure.
never been able to organize that amount of money.
Right.
So
But
what they did was use the internet.
the people's people beat the hedge funds.
Yeah.
And that's when they're like, oh, we need more regulation. Like, when was the last fucking time anybody on Wall Street said anything about regulation? Like, regulation, all of a fucking sudden you want regulation. These are the motherfuckers that are allowed to work stocks and work the market during closing of the market. I can't do anything. I can't do anything on Robinhood. And Robinhood got fucking destroyed because they made it. They stopped. They stopped sales of. They stopped sale. They stopped the ability to buy GameStop. They didn't stop the. They didn't stop the ability to sell it, but they stopped the ability to buy it.
Which effectively sends the stock price soaring down so that they could cover their shorts and buy it back at a cheaper price.
Robinhood.
The hedge funds.
Right.
Robinhood was allowing that to happen so hedge funds could scoop in and buy their shares.
And
back.
Joe Rogan and Cigar, I think his name is, and a lot of other fucking guys we're talking about, like, this goes against the name Robinhood.
Right. Exactly.
The name of the fucking app is Robinhood. Steal from the rich, give to the poor. And now you're fucking helping out. And so to make matters worse, Everybody started fucking rating the app 1 star. Google Play started deleting all the ratings. How in the fuck is that even fucking like legit in today's age? Everybody was giving the app 1 star because of what they were doing. And then Google deleted all the fucking 1 star ratings.
Yeah.
That's not accurate. That's some dirty business, dude. That's some dirty business. And so Wall Street Bets were the guys on Reddit fucking pumping GameStop up like, what was it, 400%? If you go from $14 to $300.
No, it was like 5,000% over the time that it started. And
I made some pretty good money, buddy.
So how'd you find out about it?
What? How did I find out about what?
When it first happened, the GameStop, the whole thing. Like, when did you get notified? Okay, this is what's going to happen.
Robinhood went off and said, GME just went up like fucking 20 million% to $300 something a share. And I was like, what in the actual fuck? And so I went on and I was just like, sell all.
No, I'm talking about the point where you bought it, where you knew that it was going to raise $300.
This fucking guy, Dirko, he said, buy GameStop. I mark every little fucking stock tip he fucking tells me. Now, Dirko might be full of shit on a whole bunch of other levels. But let me tell you one thing right now. If Dirko tells me, keep an eye out on this stock, I mark it on my watch list. I might not be able to afford to buy it right away at, some of the stocks he mentions are what, $5 a share, $10 a share, $20 a share. I might not be able to afford to buy that right away, but I mark them on my watch list. And then I also look at what their growth was within the last day, within the last week. You can look at that on Robinhood. Mm-hmm. You can see what the growth and then the drop and then the growth and the overall, whatever it was in the last day, week, month, and year, 3 years and 5 years, I think it is. And so I'll start taking a look at things. And then does it also fall into the 4 things that I take a look at? And listen, it's quarantine. Motherfuckers are doing nothing but playing online games, and GameStop went digital, I think, in April or May during the quarantine, because the very first 3 months of the quarantine, that's all me and a couple of buddies of mine did. When Gabriel was only a month or two, I'd have him in the bassinet. I might have been editing some projects, or I was playing video games with buddies of mine online. And when I saw GameStop going digital, going into the streaming realm and the online gaming realm, that I kept that in mind. But Dirko mentioned GameStop, and of all fucking things for Dirko to mention was GameStop. A lot of different fucking flags are going off in my brain. And I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, but I play a lot of online games, and I played a whole fuckload of them during the first 3 months of the pandemic. And so, like, 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 equals at least mark that stock. And then I think I bought like 10 shares of it at $14. That's $140, which turned, but then each stock went to 300. And I've told you guys about that limit order thing that I do. So if I bought 10, I probably did a limit order for 3 at like triple the price I bought it at, but then I still had more. And then when that sells, I do another limit order, but then I still had like 4 shares that went to 300. So that 4 shares for 300, that's $1,200. When I dumped it at the fucking, during the fiasco. So that was
the people that really made out as if they bought 2,000 shares.
Sure.
I mean, that's,
but here's the fucking thing.
That's probably 100,000 right there.
But dude, even 100 shares, 100 shares where I bought it would have gotten you about 60 to 80K.
See,
is that how much you made?
If I had held it, man, but I emotionally traded. I got FOMO.
He was dumping. He was dumping and saving, dumping and saving. Yeah.
And I broke my rule, and yeah, I didn't diamond hands hold till 400. I sold at 103, which was my price target of 100. And
but Dogecoin,
5 figures, but still, I could have made a lot more. Dogecoin.
Dogecoin is the fucking thing to jump on right now, dude, because that thing went up 10%.
Dogecoin. Let's see what it went up to. It ran up a little bit last week.
It went up 10%
because Elon Musk.
It's up 10. Well, it's up 10% from when I bought it.
Let me see where it's at. Yeah, where I bought it.
Well, anyways, I've got a lot of Dogecoin.
I've got like 3,000, I think, shares of it. 3,000 Doge.
What about ABML? Do you know anything about that stock?
That's a great stock. That's a great
I got a
Yes.
stock tip from a buddy of mine.
That's a great future.
What is it?
play.
ABM?
ABML.
American
ABML.
Battery. Yeah.
What's the what's the 4 letter?
It's not on Robinhood.
You can't get it on Robinhood, dude.
It's on Vanguard.
You can get it on Fidelity, Vanguard, Webull, probably, E-Trade, Ameritrade.
Why can't you get it on
Because Robinhood doesn't have over-the-counter stocks, penny stocks. So
Yeah, I think it's a penny stock app.
It's like $3 or something. The stock, you know? But it's a
$3 a stock.
Yeah.
Robinhood has 30-cent stocks.
I know, but I don't know why ABML is not on there for some reason. I looked it up. Wasn't on there.
I got to figure out my Vanguard account. I can't look at it right now.
Chris, I own it. I own some ABML. It's a good company to own.
I mean, is it worth like buying 2,000 shares?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It's EV batteries. We're talking about mining. We're talking about the future.
I mean, you think that's something long term you're going to make a lot of money off of?
Look, I got companies that are at like 2 to 8 cents right now that are in the same similar sector that you can make a larger margin off of, but that's a very safe play. Very safe play. Good financials, strong sector, a lot of growth coming up in the sector.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't worry about ABML. I don't own too many shares right now, but I definitely want to own like 1,000 shares. But it's going up to $4 now. It was up 14% today. So
you're day trading every day?
No, I don't day trade. I swing trade at best, and then long-term invest, like long-term hold things that I really just believe. I'm really more growth and value. So if I can buy at the bottom of a company that's going to see massive growth, I miss a lot of those plays because there's so many that were growing out of these, new technologies and all these new disruptions that are happening. But like I'm in a play though, I have like 2,000 shares of a stock that's 17 cents that I bought in at like 6. It's already gone up like a couple 100%. If it goes up to like a few bucks, it could turn into like, 6 figures in the future. I have a few like that, but they're hard to find, like they're not everywhere, and they got to be in the right sector too. So, but yeah, man, I'm heavy in video games. I'm heavy in like the MJ space. Psychedelic therapeutics is another space that I'm pretty bullish on. FinTech, financial technology disruptions, and plant-based foods.
What is this?
There's all kinds of good stuff, man, out there.
What are you talking about? What I missed?
No, we're just talking about like day trading. I was seeing if he was into day trading, and he said that
You know why?
That's
I'm not a day trader?
You are. You're essentially every other day trader, if not a day trader, if you're monitoring Robinhood every day. So
this is what it is. I'm a swing trader and a long-term investor. All the Reddit Wall Street bets guys, those are all day traders. And 80% of day traders fail because it's super high risk, right? You're going in, you're getting out within minutes.
But are you checking your app every day?
Yeah, but I'm repositioning. I'm holding things long term.
Sure, but dude, day traders hold things long term. Day traders are on there monitoring every day. Day trading is not, does not, the title day trader doesn't mean you trade every day. But
means they're in and out quick. Is what it means. They're risky traders. They're going in
sort of, dude. But day traders are invested. They don't fucking pump and dump all day every day. Day traders are in there looking at things every day.
Well, they like everybody has a little bit of everybody in them. Like every trader has a little bit of all three. Everybody's a little bit of a swing, a little bit of a
but
day.
you're a day trader because if you're on that app looking at stuff and trying to make decisions every day, you're a day trader. You might not actually trade every day, but a day trader is on there like making decisions. And if you're looking at your app every day,
I actively manage my portfolio, yeah, and
every day.
And I do.
You're a day trader. That's the general theme of that title,
right?
You might not actually be. You might not actually. Well, okay, maybe swing trading. I get it.
So you know why? You know why day trading's bad? Because they get you on capital gains. Uncle Sam takes 15 to
They get you on capital gains. Okay, so the way they get you on capital gains with Robinhood is if you withdraw the money from your Robinhood account. But if you dump a stock on Robinhood, you have that option to have cash. What's it called?
Like how much is the percentage that Robinhood's taxing you?
It's probably
when you pull money out.
It's probably Robinhood's not taxing
5%.
Any stock
they take a profit.
Sell and profit off of. No, Robinhood doesn't take any profit off of you.
But
Robinhood doesn't take profit off of you.
No, if you're gonna dump a bunch of shit and then withdraw your money, they don't charge you 1%.
No, that's why they're called Robinhood, because their whole business model was to introduce retail trading for the little guy with no fees.
Okay.
And they forced everybody else to have no fees.
The capital gains thing. So let's say you got 100 stocks of GameStop, right, and it triples, right. And then you sell all that. That profit goes to your buying power on Robinhood.
Yeah, but
you don't get hit. No, you don't get hit with. You might get hit with a tax, but you don't get hit. You don't get hit with capital gains.
You will get
necessarily
hit with capital gains even if you leave it in your Robinhood account. The IRS will come for that. Their cut depending on your tax bracket. If you haven't held that security for longer than a year, they will take a short capital gains tax. Versus if you hold it for longer year, they'll hold you accountable for a long-term capital gains tax. So 1 year is what they incentivize. They don't want people to day trade as much. They want people to put their money in there and leave it in there for more than a year, and they'll take less tax.
So that you lose it.
Well, so that you do work and believe in the company and help the company grow. But yeah, I mean, Nelson's got a tough line on that. Yeah, so you can lose it. You better watch the government.
Well, you're looking at me.
Gotta watch the government.
Because I have a camera here, but you're looking at me at this camera. Got the whole studio, baby.
Yeah, I was in there.
USA.
It's pretty
Maryland,
solid, man.
USA, Maryland. Yeah, okay, so I get it. So even within your trading, within your Robinhood account, you're still going to hit with capital gains, even if you don't deposit the money back into your Bank of America account where
you could try to evade taxes. I wouldn't recommend it, because the Robinhood
why would anybody advise to evade your taxes? It doesn't work for anybody.
Dude, yeah, hey, just ask the situation how it worked out for him.
The situation, baby. Big Daddy
The incarceration.
The incarceration. The emancipation. And now the daddy. He's a fucking daddy now.
Yeah, ask Mike how it worked out for him.
Didn't work out very well. Mike Santori.
Dude, they put him in a white collar prison though, bro.
It was fucking day camp.
Yeah, it was a fucking joke.
I had a harder time in Kuwait for 9 months than he did his entire fucking prison term.
Dude, he was living like a king. He was eating like salmon in that joint, shrimp, steaks.
He came out fucking jacked and shredded. He came out better shape than he did going in.
Dude, he only got 8 months for evading $8 million in taxes.
Listen. His brother was more responsible and more shady on his stuff because his brother was in charge of his finances. He was complicit to some of it. He knew. I mean, he was like, look the other way. You got fucking pinched for it. But he only got 8 months because really he only deserved 8 months, but he did deserve 8 months. I think his brother got a longer term.
White collar crime pays.
I mean, I think he came home to like.
Yeah, but they sent Al Capone to Alcatraz for tax evasion. Come on, man.
Did they send Al Capone to Alcatraz?
Yeah, they did.
He went to Alcatraz.
Yeah, they got him on tax evasion.
Well, they got him on tax evasion. Did he go to Alcatraz?
He went to Alcatraz.
Because
the guy's got him on a wall.
I thought he went to like some prison in Philly. Federal investigation, imprisonment, was sent to Atlanta U.S. Penitentiary in 1932. Upon his arrival in Atlanta, he was diagnosed with syphilis and gonorrhea.
Dang. In jail. That's right. I remember that. Hearing about that.
Wait a minute, hold on. No solid evidence ever emerged, but it formed part of a rationale for moving Capone to the recently opened Alcatraz. Okay, he went to Alcatraz off the coast of San Francisco. He was stabbed. Damn. In Alcatraz.
Yeah, because a lot of those prisoners from Alcatraz already were like served prison somewhere else, and then they moved them to Alcatraz.
Al Capone's decline became increasingly evident as neurosyphilis progressively eroded his mental faculties. His formal diagnosis is syphilis of the brain, and this is funny that we mentioned this. He spent the last year of his Alcatraz sentence in the hospital section, confused and disoriented, blah, 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 blah. Completed his term in Alcatraz in 1939, was transferred to the Federal Correctional Institution at Terminal Island in California to serve out a sentence for contempt of court. He was paroled November 16, 1939, after his wife May appealed to the court based on reduced mental something, and then fast forward. Wow. Due to his failing health, Capone was released from prison on November 16, 1939, and referred to Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore for the treatment of paresis caused by late-stage syphilis. Hopkins refused to admit him on his reputation alone, but Union Memorial Hospital accepted him. Capone was grateful for compassionate care. A very sickly Capone left Baltimore on March 20, 1940, after a few weeks of inpatient and a few weeks of outpatient care for Palm Island, Florida. In 1942, mass production penicillin started in the U.S. Capone was one of the first American patients treated by the new drug. Though it was too late for him to reverse the damage in his brain, it did slow down the progression of neurosyphilis. 1946, something. So I'm actually halfway through this movie called Capone. Tom Hardy, of all people, plays Capone.
Oh, wow.
Where it's after his release, it's after his treatment. He's at some sort of estate in Florida, I guess, with whatever money they couldn't fucking take from him, because it's a huge property. He's got like he's got the whole fucking fucking Dirko.
Dirko
fucking
spills
Dirko
all over his setup, his and he disappears into his green screen. Hey, lean all the way back and disappear into that thing again.
Bye-bye.
That thing is terrible, bro.
That thing is terrible. You need a solid color, a well-lit room with a solid colored background. It doesn't matter what your background is as long as it's different from the clothing you wear. So there's this movie. I'm halfway through it, and like he's losing his mind. Tom Hardy plays Capone. Who the fuck else is in this movie? Everybody, like a shitload. Matt Dillon is in this movie.
Oh, wow.
Johnny Drama's brother.
What streaming platform is that on?
Yeah.
Prime. Yeah. There's probably some other platforms with or without commercials, but Tom Hardy plays Capone. Yeah, it's a good flick. I mean, he's losing his shit. I'm only halfway through, but I'm afraid of what he might end up doing. But but listen, I mean, I think Tom Hardy is just up for any role where like he can just mumble and talk funny. whatever he can do to mumble and talk funny is like what he wants to do.
Well, that guy used to be a heroin addict.
Dude, he's a phenomenal actor, dude.
He is. Even though he was a junkie, he's phenomenal.
The Dark Knight. If I can't break your spirit, I can break your back. What are you saying to me, man? He spoke clearly in Inception. That was like one of few movies he spoke clearly in. Tom Hardy, Inception. But he's a trip, man. He's a great actor. I love him. Bane, Inception, The Drop. That was a good one. He's pretty good at. I mean, I think the fucking guy went out and learned Italian to play Capone, because he like throughout the movie he just throws out like these Italian sayings, like these. He'll go from English to Italian like that. And you know, guys like Tom Hardy, Tom Cruise, you know, fucking Christian Bale, like they'll just learn something. See, a lot of people don't. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the whole fucking Scientology thing, but that's just a personal preference. But
Most people aren't.
Most people aren't. Most people aren't. But dude, Tom Cruise will like go out of his way. So a lot of people don't remember. Maybe you guys do. A lot of people don't remember or give enough credit to the very first Mission Impossible movie that Tom Cruise was in. That was like a true spy thriller.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Brian De Palma directed. Tom Cruise took over the reins of the Mission Impossible crew. And spoiler alert to anybody that hasn't seen the first one.
Wow.
So John Voight, spoiler alert to anybody who hasn't seen the first one, John Voight played the main character of the series. Okay. And Tom Cruise is now Ethan Hunt, this new member of IMF, Impossible Mission Force. And but John Voight is playing the character of the original series, and he turns out to be a traitor. He ends up being the bad guy. And so a lot of fans of the show that went to go see this movie were like, what? It's as if you made Captain Kirk, William Shatner's Captain Kirk, a traitor. It's as if you made God, who else, man? It's as if you made Chris Evans Captain America of the MCU a traitor in Endgame. All this time, and then you get to this point, and the guy that was the hero for like the last 40 years is the traitor of now this movie. And so that was John Voight's character. He was the lead. John Voight's character in the first Mission Impossible was the lead of the whole show, and he ended up being the traitor. Tom Cruise found it out, figured it out, blah, 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 played him out, da, 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 da. But there was a scene, right, where he was playing with this disc. It had all this information on it. Remember back in the day, CDs? And he did like this sleight of hand, like magicians do. And dude, Tom Cruise spent like a week or two learning sleight of hand just to do that shot. And, you know, like for Mission Impossible 2, Tom Cruise spent months learning motorcycles so he could do all the motorcycle stunts in part 2 and in part 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. But if Tom Cruise is going to go out and learn something, he ends up becoming a fucking, you know, like triple expert in it. And it can carry on in more than just one movie. But Tom Cruise was in Rock of Ages. They did a movie adaptation of Rock of Ages, and Tom Cruise played this huge rock star in that movie. Tom Cruise learned how to fucking sing. Tom Cruise took like months of singing lessons. And so when you see the movie Rock of Ages with Tom Cruise, that's that motherfucker singing. Like those are the lengths that dude takes for his craft. And so whether it's Scientology or not, or whether it's just his, you know, ingrown, in-depth fucking willingness to do what he does. And I think he, you know, I mean, Scientology aside, you know, like Tom Cruise, the last fucking Mission Impossible Fallout, the guy took helicopter lessons so he could fly a helicopter in the movie. And he did his own helicopter stunts. as the helicopter pilot and actor in Fallout. Not to mention that insane motorcycle scene that he had already learned all the motorcycle driving for previous movies. Like, the guy goes above and beyond for like the love of the art.
This message has been brought to you by Tom Cruise and Scientology.
But where did I? How did we fucking get off on that tangent?
I'll tell you how we got off on that tangent. Dustin Diamond died at 44 today.
Oh, really? We didn't talk about that yet today.
Screech, bro.
We didn't talk about that yet already today.
Geek Squad.
We touched upon Screech while you were trying to figure out how to log into Zoom. But yeah, man. Yeah, that sucks, man. Screech died today. And we went through like a whole list of some folks that passed. Who else did we touch upon?
I heard somebody else died. Yeah, somebody else died today. Died today.
What was her name?
Morbid time we're living in. Who died today?
What was her name?
Sophie.
Sophie, yeah. Who is that? Do you know who that is?
Honestly,
it's tragic. She's Grammy nominated. Clearly, she's talented as fuck. I've seen and listened to some of her stuff. It's you know,
I've heard of her. Yeah, I didn't know she died though.
She died in some sort of accident. Was it a car accident or something?
Let's see what happened here. Tragically, let's see. Spokesman said that she slipped and fell from the balcony of an apartment where she was staying. No foul play was suspected in her death. Wow. Grammy nominated too.
Yeah, Grammy nominated. But she's very experimental. She's like Lady Gaga ×2 or something. Very experimental,
right?
Avant-garde type of music.
Yeah, she was a true visionary and icon of our generation.
Yeah,
but I haven't heard much from her recently. It's crazy.
But who was that? Who was the African American actress that died?
Today?
Tyson? No, not
Cicely Tyson.
Cicely Tyson passed away also, man. She was married to Miles Davis. She was a black actress. She was in all the classics, man.
Dang.
No relation to Mike Tyson. Cicely Tyson.
That's what I was gonna say.
No relation. Yeah. I don't think so anyway. Yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy, man.
He was 44 years old and she was 34 years old. That is so crazy.
Yeah. Well, you know, like, what was it, like 3 months ago? We were talking about Kamala.
Yeah, that was wrestler, 6 months ago.
The wrestler Kamala. His name was John Harris or Jerome Harris. Robert Harris, Richard Harris. So the same day that Kamala, professional wrestler Kamala, aka what's this guy? What's this guy's real name? You're gonna be like, what the shit? James Harris, known to WWE fans as Kamala, has passed away on the same day that Kamala Harris was announced as Biden's vice president.
Oh, that's weird. That's a big
day.
Reminder.
The day.
Wow.
Same date. Same calendar date. He passed away. Dude, Kamala was fucking funny, dude. And I don't think he ever got an all-star tribute. I don't think he got a Hall of Fame induction. He never got paid correctly. He never got paid well ever. He was one of the funniest, most entertaining pro wrestlers during the late 80s and early 90s. But I mean, whatever.
Yeah, the Ultimate Warrior put him up in his suite.
Yeah, the Ultimate Warrior hooked him up.
It's like he got this shitty ass room, you know, because he was like a C-level wrestler. So he was cool with Ultimate Warrior, and Ultimate Warrior let him stay in his suite with him. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Tells you what kind of guy Ultimate Warrior was.
I mean, you know, the Ultimate Warrior was probably a good human being.
I mean, he was definitely
Ultimate Warrior,
crazy.
But Ultimate Warrior was detrimental to his own career. Ultimate Warrior ruined his own career. Let's be honest about it. Like, you can't listen. At the end of the day, you're an actor. Pro wrestlers, they're an actor with a script and producers. Let's be honest. Now, if I'm an actor in a movie, I'm not going to go in and be like, halfway through the shoot, I'm going to be like, you know what? You got to pay me triple. You don't fucking do that. And it's like, you go in halfway through and you be like, you know what? I don't want to die at the end. And you got to pay me triple. And I get the girl. The director and the writer are going to look at you like, what in the fuck are you talking about? If you're a fucking wrestler, pro wrestler, let's be honest, it's scripted, it's predetermined. There's a whole, they have their next they have their whole year to year and a half kind of penciled in. Okay. They know what they kind of want for the next year. They're going to put the Undertaker over. He's going to be champion. He's going to be he's going to be the number one for like 3 or 4 months. Then they're going to put John Cena over. And then he's going to be the number one for 3-4 months. And then they're going to put Ultimate Warrior over. He's going to be number one for 3-4-5 months, maybe 6 months. And then Hogan for 6-7 months. And then give it back to Warrior, and then give it to Stone Cold, and so on and so forth. They have a whole script because it's merch, because it's ticket sales. The thing that was detrimental to WWF was Hogan's 3 fucking straight year reign, dude. Hogan was champion for like 2.5 years. And that was detrimental to the brand. People loved him until it was like, enough is enough. This Ultimate Warrior guy, who the fuck is that? We want that fucking guy, right? Bret Hart, we want that fucking guy. Shawn Michaels, we want that fucking guy. Like, that's how these things work. But like, you can't have the same goddamn champion for like 5 straight fucking years. It doesn't work like that. And Hogan was like, you know, doing backstage politics, and you know. And then Warrior like came in and was like greedy out the fucking box. He's like, listen, you know, Hulk's getting these paychecks and I'm not. And they're like, dude, you've been here for like 3 months. Now you got a huge fucking pop and you got a huge fan base right out the gate. Granted, respect that, but you're not Hogan. You know what I'm saying? You're not Hogan. And then, and so for like Warrior to be like, I mean, you know, for Warrior to be like, to call Vince and be like, I want double, or I'm not showing up. You don't fucking do that, dude. That's like not showing up to set. Like Warrior ruined his own career with his greed and with his ego. And the reason why Cena and the reason why Rock and the reason why Stone Cold were so successful is they understood that. They saw, well, first off, they probably saw that mistake. Triple H, of all fucking people, saw that mistake, number one. Number two, they're like, we're really actors and stuntmen.
Yeah. In
a circus. Who's writing this thing? Vince. Who's producing this thing? Vince. Vince, what do you got in mind? That kind of sounds dumb. Oh, we're doing it anyway? Hey, fuck it. We're doing it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
What are you going to do?
But like, dude, first off, you're under contract. You're making a shitload of money. The money will grow. You're not going to fucking come out 1 year later and be like, I want double. No, you work your way up. But at the end of the fucking day, dude, it's scripted. It's like a movie. It's performed like a circus. Like, don't let it get to your head, dude. It's like, listen, I know you're taking bumps, and I know you're taking broken noses. I know you're like, I know there's some mornings you can't even get out of fucking bed. There was a story Shawn Michaels said, like, he did a fucking match. He did a match. I think he left as champion, or he retained the belt as champion. He went out that night, partied, had a few drinks, went home with his wife. The next morning, could not get out of bed.
Oh, I believe it.
Could not move. He was like, I cannot fucking move. But dude, it's like, but like if you're a stuntman in a Jackie Chan movie, like these guys fucked each other up in these fucking Jackie Chan movies. You know,
like Rumble in the Bronx.
Rumble in the Bronx.
Remember that movie, dude?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I think Jackie Chan broke his leg in that movie.
He broke his ankle in Rumble in the Bronx.
But when he jumped off of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
The stunt of that movie, you can tell all those guys got jacked up. You can tell.
He reused all the way back to Police Story 1. No, I'm sorry. All the way back to Project A, Part 1. He reused all the same guys, and all like he would have co-stars, and he would have good guys, and he would have bad guys, and he would switch them up. But they're all trained stuntmen who are actors, and he used all the same guys. You remember in Rumble in the Bronx, the guy that was his uncle that he moved in with? That was his police chief in Police Story 1, 2, and 3, and 4. The same actor was his uncle in Drunken Master 1 and 2. The same guy was his in Project A, was his police chief in Project A. He uses all the same actors because they can take hits. They're trained martial artists, they're trained stuntmen, and they're pretty damn good actors, and they're funny as shit too. They can play good guys, they can play bad guys. It's exactly what pro wrestlers are. You're a fucking actor with a fucking script and a schedule. Abide by it. Now, you can do your negotiating, but you're not going to pull some shenanigans like the day before. You're like, nah, fuck that. I'm not going to take a bump. I'm not going to lose, and I want double the money. It's like, bro, we have this whole thing planned out for a year. Triple H played the game. That's why they call him the Game. That's why his nickname's the Game, because Triple H played the game from, I want to fucking say 94 until now. He's married to Stephanie McMahon. He runs, I think, both NXT and Raw. He went from a fucking wrestler to like
a businessman
to like running WWE. Or co-running it. So you either play the game or you don't. But I mean, there's a reason why they call him the Game. Because he plays the game. He plays the game. He plays the game. He plays along with it. And that's and like at the end of the day, dude, like for me, like, you know, the three of us, we butt heads artistically, we butt heads financially, productively, you know, strategically, market wise. But it's like at the end of the day, there's a game to be played. I don't know, man. I don't know where I'm trying to like tie this in, but it's like
it all goes back to pro wrestling, dude.
It all goes back to pro wrestling.
I love watching some of that old shit. I've been watching like a lot of the NWO and the Wolfpack on YouTube. You know, it's funny.
I can't believe you didn't fucking know Owen Hart died. I cannot believe you didn't know Owen Hart died during that accident.
No, I did not.
Yeah.
Didn't they both die? Didn't Bret Hart die too?
Bret Hart's still alive. He had a stroke, but he survived it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still alive.
He's still alive. But Owen Hart, I think it was 99. Owen Hart, there was this gimmick. They always had Owen Hart play the Blue Blazer. He would dress up in this big, stupid outfit with a fucking luchador, with a blue luchador mask. He was coming out waving these fucking like his outfit was set up to where like if he moved his arms, it looked like he had wings with these tassels or whatever, and they called him the Blue Blazer. And so they had him zip line in. They had him zip line in from the scaffolding down to the ring, and his zip line snapped. And he fell into the ring and he landed on his neck, snapped his neck. He died at a pay-per-view. I'm surprised you didn't know that. Yeah, it's fucking sad, dude. So there is a show, and it's funny. We were talking about our stuff. So there's a show called The Dark Side of the Ring, and it's produced like those crime shows. Those True Conviction, Copycat Killers, Evil Ken, Evil Twins. So it's called
Who Killed Jane Doe?
Who Killed Jane Doe? So there's a television series called The Dark Side of the Ring, and it's produced. It's like shot and produced dramatic reenactments with interviews and all that stuff. They hired actors to do dramatic reenactments as Hulk and Macho and Owen and Brett and all these fucking guys. And it's produced by Vice TV, but it's just like those crime shows. And here, I'll pull it up in a second. And yeah. And it's produced just like those crime shows, dude. And like one of the number one things, man, like one of the number one episodes was Owen, dude. There was a two-parter on Benoit, but yeah, Owen, dude. Like Owen had an episode, and Brutus Brody had an episode, but Owen, like he fell from the scaffolding, dude. I think there wasn't a Jake the Snake episode. There was a Death of Macho, and there was a Death of Macho. Oh, season 3 is gonna what? So there's gonna be a season 3. I really hope there's gonna be a season 3. It was a really good fucking show. There was a Von Erichs. There was a Bruiser Brody. There was a New Jack. There was a New Jack episode. You know who fucking New Jack is? So if you have Hulu or Prime, yeah, man.
Yeah, we have both of them. I gotta check it out.
So I mean, Owen, dude, like, Jesus.
That was a signature move right there.
"20 years later, Owen Hart's death is still hard to believe." Yeah, man. 1999. So Over the Edge pay-per-view. That's what it was. This was like his best fight ever when he went up against his brother, but in 99, that's what it was, the Blue Blazer. When he fell 90 feet while being lowered into a WWF wrestling ring, yeah. He hated that fucking gimmick.
Damn.
I'm surprised you don't remember that.
Yeah, I just didn't remember it. It's been so long ago.
Yeah, man. I saw it, dude. Like we had the pay-per-view on at a bar, and it sucked. So, yeah. Watched it kind of live because they cut away real quick, and then they cut away to other stuff, and they kept the fucking pay-per-view going.
Wow, I'm surprised they didn't cancel it.
They didn't. Rock still had to go out. Jeff Jarrett still had to go out. Stone Cold still had to go out. And so they were all like, when they were doing their promos, they like, you could tell everybody was all fucked up. They were all distraught. They were like, love you, Owen. And then they would go out and do their match. And it was just like, fuck, dude. Like, this is like the worst night. Yeah. You should definitely check out that show, Dark Side of the Ring. The Death of Owen Hart's one of the episodes. the Brutus Brody, the Bruiser Brody. I mean, listen, man. The number one theme in Dark Side of the Ring, that show that I picked up on, is that before 2000, a lot of these guys could not escape the show versus reality. Like they let their character overcome them. And that was the problem. That's what killed Bruiser. That's what killed a lot of other folks, was that fucking character. Like Macho was crazy, man. You know how Macho was crazy? You know how Macho was intense, the madness, the Macho madness?
Yeah.
And like he was so domineering and so possessive and domineering and overbearing of Miss Elizabeth that it was detrimental to their marriage. So by the time WWF put their marriage on the air, remember they had that Marriage in the Ring?
Mm-hmm.
They were actually on the outs. By the time WWF had their marriage on TV, they were actually working on their divorce, or pretty close to it. You know what I mean? It's like there's got to be that delineation between show and reality.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the beauty of like 2000 plus, man. You know, like The Rock kind of, in the 90s, The Rock and Stone Cold and Triple H and all those, and Randy Orton, they were all kind of keeping up kayfabe, for the business. But really, dude, they're like, the most they would do for kayfabe, you know what kayfabe is?
No.
Kayfabe is like a wrestling term, is keeping up kayfabe. Kayfabe is like, kayfabe is a wrestling term. Do you know what a face and a heel is?
Yeah.
What's a face?
Face was like The Rock.
The good guy.
Yeah, a heel would be
the bad guy.
Like Big
Right.
Papa Pump
Right.
became a heel.
So, you have your odd wrestling terms. Do you know what a shoot is?
Shoot.
A shoot. So a shoot interview is like when someone's being honest.
Okay.
Like if someone's doing a shoot interview and they're shitting on Kurt Angle, they're being honest, and they're really they're taking shots. They're taking real shots at Kurt Angle. That's a shoot interview, or a shoot match is like they're really kind of going stiff at each other because they don't like each other, and they're going stiff. Do you know what going? Do you know what going?
Got you.
You know what going stiff means?
Yeah.
Like really hitting, really slamming. That's what going stiff is. And so kayfabe's a wrestling term, and I'll make sure I word it right. So kayfabe in professional wrestling, the fact or convention of presenting stage performances as genuine. So it's keeping the authenticity of the script. Kayfabe is. So for example, back in like 93, 94, 95, Razor Ramon and Diesel would not ever hang out with each other in public to keep kayfabe, to keep the authenticity, to keep the story, to keep the genuine, to keep the performances genuine, to keep the story genuine and authentic. You would never see Diesel and Razor Ramon together. When they got back to the hotel and, they might put on a hoodie, they might put on a hat and sunglasses, they'd all go to like a big suite. They might all go to Shawn Michaels' suite, and you got Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Diesel, Razor, 1, 2, 3 Kid, all smoking weed and drinking together because they were able to sneak in there and do that. So what really broke kayfabe was Iron Sheik, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and somebody else, and I can't remember who it was. It was either Superfly Jimmy Snuka. I think it was Superfly Jimmy Snuka, Hacksaw, and Iron Sheik all got pulled over and they found booze, coke, and weed in the car. And it all got documented. Police reports went to the press went to the news, so on and so forth. And they're like, wait a minute, I thought Hacksaw and Iron Sheik didn't like each other. This is all a fucking show. Yo, they're getting fucking high and drunk and coked out. They didn't keep kayfabe. They got caught, right? They did not keep kayfabe. So a whole bunch of little things like that were helped uncover the fact that wrestling is scripted and preordained and blah, 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 blah. But that's what kayfabe means. And so how the fuck did we get to the subject of kayfabe? I don't know. Whatever. Wrestling, man. Wrestling. It's like, oh, that's what it was. Fucking Dark Side of the Ring, dude. That's what killed Bruiser Brody, dude. Because he'd be a fucking maniac. He would go in with a fucking chain. He starts swinging his chain, and he started attacking the fucking attendees. And the attendees would sprawl out. You remember when wrestlers would go in and start fucking trying to fight attendees, and they would sprawl out, and they would clear the fucking attendees, and then they would jump in the ring. But then they would shoot. There was a wrestling match between Bruiser Brody and Lex Luger. When Lex Luger was green as shit, dude. Lex Luger was green as fuck. And he went into a steel cage match. He went into a steel cage match for Bruiser Brody, and Bruiser Brody didn't like him. And Lex Luger said some shit to him, backstage, and Bruiser Brody was like, "What?" This was back in the days when they were stiff.
Yeah.
Now there's agents, there's managers, I don't think it's unionized yet, but motherfuckers have agents and managers, dude. And so very rarely nowadays, it's almost like 1 or 2% will somebody go stiff. And I don't know if you're still watching AEW. Eddie Kingston, that's a stiff motherfucker. Eddie Kingston on AEW is a stiff motherfucker. He's old school, hardcore, indie circuit, stiff as shit. Let's have fun with it. I'm gonna surprise you. He takes bumps. You know what a bump is?
In pro wrestling?
Yeah, you know what a bump is?
Bump.
If I hit you, right? I hit you in the face, but really you're probably not gonna feel it. You're not even gonna fucking feel me punch you in the face. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna drop back, and you might hurt yourself more dropping back to the floor, taking a bump, than you would feeling my fist. Because I'm gonna pull that punch. I'm gonna do a big big show punch. But then when you fucking drop back, you might hit your head really hard, or you might hit your back really hard on the mat. That's a bump. And this guy takes bumps. This guy gives bumps. He loves the show and he wants to make it look really good. But he's a rare case. And I'm pretty sure he's a really stiff wrestler. But that's a bump. You remember how Ric Flair would get kicked real hard? He would flip over that rope and then fall out of the ring and land on the fucking concrete outside.
Yeah,
that's like a bump and then another bump. When you're doing more damage to yourself to sell the hit you got from your opponent. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what selling is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you take a bump to sell taking a hit. And so yeah, man. I mean, it's an art form, dude. It's a fucking circuit. But see, that was the thing. That's what was so detrimental to a lot of wrestlers back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Dude, the Von Erichs, you know who the Von Erichs are? You had the 4 Von Erichs. Their father posed as a fucking Nazi in the 50s and 60s. His whole gimmick was he was a Nazi. His last name was Von Erich from World War II, and he was a Nazi. He came out with an iron cross on a cape. His whole gimmick, his whole kayfabe was he was a Nazi. That's how far he went to sell tickets. You know what heat is? If you develop heat, you know what that phrase heat? You're getting a lot of heat as a bad guy. Motherfuckers hate you. He wanted heat. He wanted to sell out tickets. Why? Because he got 10% of that shit. He got 10% of that shit. So he was willing to go. So the Von Erichs are from Texas, dude. American born and bred. Cowboys. But he went so far as to fucking pose as a Nazi. So motherfuckers showed up and paid big dollar tickets to see him get his ass kicked. But he saw 10% of those tickets. That's acting. Warrior wouldn't do that. Warrior was like, I'm the hero and I'm the good guy and I always win. Or nothing at all and I want double. Von Erich was like, no, I'll take a gamble. I will pose as a goddamn Nazi, but I'll take a cut of the I'll take a cut of the house. And I will be the worst fucking villain you ever saw. And I will get so much fucking heat. We're going to see a huge fucking house. We're going to see a huge house at the end of the night. And he took a cut of the house. And then he raised 4 kids, the Von Erichs, and those guys were like heroes. Those guys were like the Texas treasure. The Texas Titans, man. Texas Tornadoes. One of the Von Erichs was rebranded as the Texas Tornado with WWF, and it was dumb. It was dumb. WWF did not have to do that. They just had to give him his first name and Von Erich is his last name. That's all they had to do. He would have been a fucking superstar. He would have been bigger than the fucking Warrior. He would have been bigger than Brett at the time. But they wanted to give him the Texas Tornado gimmick, and he never went anywhere. But dude, heat, like Roddy Piper always generated heat. People loved him just as much as they hated him. Eventually he became a face. He could not be nothing but a face later on.
Yeah, he was
always like an anti-hero. Dude, if it wasn't for Piper, we wouldn't have Stone Cold. He was an anti-hero that generated so much fucking heat. He blew the roof off the house. But he was an anti-hero. If it wasn't for Piper, there wouldn't be Stone Colds and there wouldn't be Rocks. Because Hogan was always a babyface until after you started getting the Pipers and until after, just as Stone Cold was coming along, he was like, I'm going to be a heel. Because with Hulk, the beauty with Hulk was he was such a hero and he always wanted to be this hero and people started hating him for it. He played on the bitter hero gimmick. And he was like, I'm Hollywood Hogan now and I'm going to be a heel. And that generated way more fucking heat than he ever got.
Dude, I loved him as Hollywood Hogan.
Dude, Hollywood Hogan generated more
the
fucking
Wolf Pack.
heat.
Remember the Wolf Pack?
Yeah, dude.
NWO.
The NWO black and white.
Dude, they had so many people in their entourage. It was ridiculous.
But dude, Hollywood Hogan generated more fucking heat in 1 year than babyface Hulk Hogan generated his pops and love and fandom his entire career. In that one fucking year and a half, 2 years as NWO black and white, NWO Wolfpack, NWO WCW generated more fucking heat than he ever did his career.
Remember when Hulk Hogan went up against Kevin Nash and like Kevin Nash? No, he pointed his finger.
The finger poke of doom.
And it poked him and he fell down and he pinned him.
The finger poke of doom.
And then Goldberg came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, see what they did.
And started kicking all their asses.
Beautiful story, dude. And I liked it. And they call it the finger poke of doom. And they say that was the reason why that's what killed WCW. And I say, no, man. Finger poke of doom. Finger poke of death. Finger poke of doom. Whatever. So listen. They say it's what killed WCW, but I disagree. it was such a great gimmick because what they tried to do was they tried to have so what they had Miss Elizabeth do was falsely accuse Goldberg of of sexual assault, and then
they put him in jail,
and they detained him. They detained him, and then they detained Goldberg. No, hold on. So Kevin Nash won the belt back because Scott Hall tased Goldberg.
Look, he was jacked, man.
He lost so much weight because he got off of roids. He got so fucking shredded. He was all just lean muscle. He wasn't like big, stupid fucking WWF ass. He got off of roids. He hadn't been on roids in the longest. And so he was lean, dude. He was in better shape here than he was at WWF, I think. In older age, bro. Older age, brother. And so Kevin Nash, so Kevin Nash versus Goldberg. Scott Hall slips in, tases Goldberg with a cattle prod. Kevin Nash pins him, gets the belt. Then he's like, I don't like the way I won this. I want to fucking I want a rematch with Goldberg for the belt. And they're like, well, Hogan wants a fucking match with you first. And he goes, all right, I can beat Hogan. I'll beat Hogan, then I'll beat Goldberg. But I'm going to give Goldberg a rightful challenge to the belt. And then Miss Elizabeth falsely accuses him of like some bullshit. And
here comes Scott Hall.
Is it Scott Hall? So there's something fishy about this. There's something fishy
Dude,
about this.
I love this intro when it comes out.
Dude, he is. Dude, he played that sleazebag scumbag fucking role. He was fucking brilliant, dude. And so Miss Elizabeth falsely accuses Goldberg of some whatevers, right? And then so he's detained by the cops. So he can't get to the fucking thing right now, right?
Look at him.
And so
this was so great, man. WCW was by far.
It was the greatest show on earth.
Man. It really was. It was way better than WWF.
It's the fucking circus, dude.
It was.
It's the fucking circus, dude. If anybody has like the audacity to fucking say some stupid shit to me, like, wrestling's fake, right? And I'm like, yeah, so is the circus, and so are Jackie Chan movies. Like, come on, man. What kind of asshole fucking still tells you that wrestling's fake? Like, no shit, wrestling's fake, dipshit. So look at the fucking show. Look at the whole hype. Look at the whole fucking facade that they're putting on, man. Like, greatest show on earth, man. Greatest fucking show on earth, dude. I mean, what's funny is they keep the whole wrestling. That's like the integrity. That's like the homage to like what are you watching, Dirko?
I'm watching what you're watching.
Oh, okay. So can you hear audio on what I'm showing?
No, I can't. No, can't hear nothing but you.
Oh, but you went to YouTube and looked it up?
I mean, I'm looking at the same thing you're looking at.
Okay.
I got my screen open here.
I hear a woman talking in the background somewhere.
That's not me. I don't know where that's coming from.
Oh. So here we go. So all that bullshit lined up, man. The NWO for life. What was it? Life. For life. That's what it was. For life. Yeah, look at this fucking show, dude.
This is so funny. He runs around.
He's getting warmed up.
The rope.
He's stretching, dude. He's stretching. Hold on, man. It's Hollywood Hogan getting ready. Man. Hold on, dude. That's a big fucking guy, Kevin Nash. big freaking guy. Hold on, dude. Hold on.
Kevin Nash was 6'10".
6'10".
Dang. God damn, you don't look like that on screen.
I mean, Hogan was a big dude too, though. He was like 6'7". Hogan was 6'7".
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Here he goes. Here we go. Ooh, he pushed him in the corner. Ooh, what now? What do you got, Hogan? What do you got? Here we go. Here we go.
The heck was that, dude? The biggest throw I've ever seen in my life. What the heck was that? Doesn't make any sense.
The finger poke of doom. He gave him the match. He threw the match to give him the belt back.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, you had to be there, dude. Like, I saw the shit live, dude.
Right.
And then Goldberg comes.
I remember this.
That's Goldberg. Oh my god,
Dude, he was so great for WCW.
Goldberg was. Goldberg
really
was. When have you ever had a Jewish champion? They should have kept. They should have let his undefeated streak go to 1,000. Bobby the Brain Heenan. See, there's a podcast episode on one of these wrestling podcasts. Bobby the Brain Heenan was shitting on them for doing this dumb shit, and it's like, and it's
Dude, look at that. Dude, he was so big, man, and strong.
And Bobby the Brain Heenan was like, they should have never, they never, he was undefeated like 105, 110 matches or something. And Bobby the Brain was like, they should have never broken the streak. He should have been undefeated for 200, 300, 400. There's never been like a Jew champion. Keep them going. They tripled their audience. They quadrupled their audience. People that never ever watched wrestling were watching it. So, like, what seems to be the problem? Oh well.
They just had so many superstars.
I just got blocked
Dude.
because I just got blocked because I'm showing copyrighted bullshit.
Oh, you gotta be careful. Dang.
Yeah. Oh well. So I'll just eventually cut this out. I'm recording to another deck. I'm recording like 10 different decks, dude. So I got it covered.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just cut it out.
Dude, the thing is, they had so many superstars in WCW. It was really ridiculous.
Well, that's another thing. Yeah, that's another thing. Is that like, yeah, they had way too many fucking people in WCW. Way too many.
That's what made it great.
I mean, that's what made it great, but also that's what kind of like the detriment to it. Is that you got too many fucking people they had too many factions was like the biggest problem. They had Four Horsemen, NWO Black and White, and NWO Wolfpack, LWO, Cruiserweights.
They had Sting.
They had the Dungeon of Doom. Like,
They had ICP, remember?
those fucking guys coming in like towards the end, like why?
It really was a circus, man.
It was a fucking circus, bro. I mean, it was a good one. I think it was a good circus. Like, I enjoyed it, dude. I was the biggest WCW NWO fan, on the planet, dude. And when Vince bought it and like killed it, I was out of wrestling for years. I kind of watched TNA for a little bit, and then that kind of sucked. AEW right now is like one of the best shows on the fucking planet. Best shows on the planet.
And they had what, ECW? It was like hardcore wrestling.
Yeah, ECW was hardcore, but Vince bought that and he put ECW on Sci-Fi Channel. And it just WWE was running ECW. And
Like, I took some time off from watching wrestling too, like after after all that, and then like I got into it in like the early like 2000s when wrestling started getting good again. You know, because they had The Rock and Stone
Like
Cold
2000s were all right, dude, but
and
it wasn't the same.
and Kurt Angle
It just wasn't the same.
and
I mean, you had a couple cool moments, man. Like seeing the rise of CM Punk, seeing the rise of John Cena. That was kind of cool, but I mean, The Rock, and Stone Cold were kind of like on the way out. See, like John Cena and CM Punk were the rise of those two were like that was like cool. Randy Orton, I was a big fan of Carlito, but they did not fucking push him well at all. But how does these roundtables always end up in wrestling talk, man? What's next on the agenda?
it always goes back.
Dirko's quiet as fuck. Dirko's working on another project. He's like multitasking. He's just like working on some side shit until we get done with the fucking wrestling chat.
He's day trading, man.
He's day trading. He can't day trade right now. It's
8 p.m. as the cutoff. But yo, you guys are nostalgic about wrestling, man. I mean, this is what you should be doing in COVID, talking about the stuff right? GameStop's all about nostalgia. Wrestling, complete nostalgia. I wish I had gotten into it. I actually had friends who were into wrestling. I just,
Well, I know what you and I can talk about is the Highlander reboot.
Oh, what? Is that already happening already?
Well, let's look it up.
Nah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they're talking about they've been trying. It's been slated for years. They've been talking about doing a Highlander reboot for like the longest, man. And it's frustrating because I would love to see a Highlander reboot, but I mean, it doesn't even have a fucking date to it, dude. Nah, there's nothing to it. Never mind.
I mean, they'll come out with it eventually, but by the time they do, all of us geezers who like used to care about it, like this whole new generation, will be like, this is kind of cool, but like, what is it? Like they're not gonna really know it.
An immortal Scottish swordsman faces off with other immortal warriors in order to obtain a coveted ability. I mean, bro. I mean, this thing.
It's been a decade since they've been talking about it.
Development hell. I mean, who the fuck is this? Chad Steletsky. I don't see this thing going anywhere.
They're gonna have 12 more John Wicks before they come out with this thing.
Well, Chad Steletsky directed John Wick.
Oh, okay.
So he did stunts for Captain America: Civil War, Matrix Reloaded, The Hunger Games. So
is Ryan Reynolds out? He was gonna play the Highlander reboot, but he's out now.
Ryan Reynolds?
I mean, I wish I could send you this. Yeah, you just search Ryan Reynolds exits Highlander reboot. You'll see a screenshot of him in this crazy red, tight looking like Deadpool thing, but it's not Deadpool. It's like him and some other Highlander looking stuff.
It's like news related to the link.
Yeah, it says here. I'll go over the story and see what it says. Screen Crush. Ryan Reynolds exits Highlander reboot. It's been months since I heard anything about the Highlander reboot. Ryan Reynolds was slotted to play the lead, but has now left the project. Justin Lin was on board until he left to make Fast and Furious 6. Doesn't look good.
Doesn't look good, man. Well, I mean, who knows, man? It may never happen, but
Well, the world goes back to somewhat, semi-filming like shit and like real.
hey, they are. I mean,
I
dude,
hope so.
Robert Pattinson got COVID on the set of the Batman. He's
They
playing
done?
Bruce Wayne, the Batman. I think they finished principal photography,
Yeah.
but
Is that like one of the last stages of production?
principal photography is the first. Principal photography is the first stage of production. Prep is done, and then the main bulk of production. Principal photography is the main bulk of production, but Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, Dirko, what's next on the agenda?
I mean, shoot, we're now in January of 2021. Man, yeah, trying to get into the six-figure club and just continue figuring out what life in Jersey is going to feel like and look like, which is going to be cool. And yeah, plan to make the big jump, man, with the lady, you know, tie the knot. We'll see how that goes. But I'm planning to you know, make some moves in the personal life, which is good, coming up here soon. And just same old, man, trying to figure out when the world's going to end, when the world's going to start again, when Elon Musk is going to send people to the moon and start settling on Mars, you know? That's basically what's going on right now.
What about you, TECHFALL? What's next on the agenda?
What's next on the agenda is, you know, we just started filming the Rogues Gallery season 3, so it's been going pretty well. So looking forward to that. Got a new track coming out. Should be coming out. I want to say we'll start promoting it, you know, before I start pushing it. I'd like to have it out probably by next week, I'd say. You know, I'm still mastering it, so it's in the mastering phase right now. So once I have it mastered, I'll do like a little pre-promotion to push the track out and then give it on to every streaming service available. So that track is called All of Me. It's a Zombie Squad production. So I'm excited for that, and then just move on to the next thing and work on the next track, whatever that may be, you know.
Yeah, man. No, you're right. Sinisters and Rogues. I just had Clark Kent come over Friday for Rogues. I had you come over for, like, you know, day one
Day 20.
out of 20 for Sinister. I don't know, just working on the schedule the best I can in these crazy trying times. Trying to get everything in the can, at least. Who knows when I can edit, but you know, the baby boy is taking up all the time, man. You know, all these crazy
Best problem you can have, man. Best problem.
The best problem I could ever have. I mean, yeah, he's fun. He's great. He's a great kid. He's a blast, man. But yeah, you know, just steadily working on the projects. So you're right. We got the store. I finally got the store open. Merch.
Phone cases, T-shirts, custom
pillows,
chairs,
tapestries, cars.
Buy Dirko's shirt.
Buy the Dirko shirt.
TECHFALL gear, all of it. One for every single one of your grandparents and cousins and ex-girlfriends.
Hey, we should put that shirt that I made, that Orange Cassidy joint. That's available too.
Put that on the store. Buy it up. Scoop it up while you can.
Listen. Here's what I need. I need a shirt. I need a picture of Tech with no shirt on. And then I need a picture of Tech with a white T-shirt and a jean jacket, but the jean jacket's open just enough. And if you could do that, I can make a dope shirt. And I can make 2 dope shirts. But I need a shirt. I need like a head to toe with you with no shirt, showing off those abs. And then I need another picture of you from head to toe with a jean jacket and a white T-shirt. And you're wearing aviators. You're wearing your sunglasses in both. So I'll jot it down. But yeah, we got the store open, man. Phone cases, laptop cases, masks, T-shirts, hoodies,
artwork,
sweatshirts, tapestries, pillows. What the fuck else, man? Mugs.
Music tracks.
I made a couple of music tracks, man. You gotta take advantage of this quarantine.
Producer.
Man.
This guy's a producer over here.
I'm making
Zombie
tracks
Squad
already.
Production on every cylinder. Movies, films, music. You name it.
Hey, I just need to get you a beat machine, man. I got beat machines going bad over here.
I'll take them. I'll take them.
Dude, I got like 4 beat machines over here, man.
Anything you want to give away?
Actually 5 beat machines.
You're coming back over here tonight. Bring me your broken beat machines. I'll make them work.
Anything you want to donate to the Nelson Estate? Donations accepted.
Yep. Hey, listen, to the viewers out there, if you want to become an honorary member of the Zombie Squad, send me hit me up on any of the socials. Send me the name that you want to be credited as a honorary member of Zombie Squad. Send me your favorite 1 or 2 profile pictures, avatars, what have you, your profile pictures on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, and we can squad you up. I will make you an honorary member of the Zombie Squad, and I'll design all the stuff. I'll design a T-shirt. I'll design your logo, your whole Zombie Squad kind of profile. If you want to be an honorary member of Zombie Squad, and give you the options to buy a T-shirt, to buy a phone case, to buy a pillow, to buy a tapestry, to buy a hoodie, to whatever the hell you want. Maybe a mask. Probably not a mask for the if I'm going to squad you up. But if you want to be an honorary member of the Zombie Squad, let me know. And
but you got to put it. They got to put in the work, though.
All they have to do is send me 1 or 2 of their profile pics, and they'll be an honorary member of the Zombie Squad, and they can buy however much of the merchandise they want of their Zombie Squad profile. Gentlemen, I think that's it, man. We've been rocking this out for hey, let's hold off for 30 seconds. We can make this exactly 2 hours long. It might not be 2 hours long because there was that whole technical difficulty with fucking getting Dirko back on here.
The world's melting.
He keeps disappearing through his green screen.
Is it snowing there in Jersey?
Yeah, man, like 1.5 feet. I keep telling you.
We got a lot of snow, and I think we're gonna.
So how do you like Jersey, man? Good state, man. The Garden State.
I'll tell you, it's a big state. First of all, where I'm at, it's close to the city, so really, it's really.
Which city?
Fort Lee.
Jersey City?
This is actually where Tinseltown got started. Look up the history of Fort Lee.
What city, man?
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. It's a waste of time.
I'll give you a tour.
Just kind of like when you lived in Brooklyn, you're like, I'm going to the city, man.
That's right. Now I'm going across the bridge.
Which city?
I said, what city?
I'm going out of the city.
But which city?
Fort Lee.
Fort Lee.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
He ain't never heard of it.
I've never heard of Fort Lee.
He ain't never heard of it.
So Fort Lee is the city?
Yeah.
What city is your residence in?
It's what city is my residence
What
in?
city is your residence?
What's
on your address?
Fort Lee.
Your address is Fort Lee.
Yes.
Okay.
How far do you live away from Manhattan?
About 8 minutes.
8 minutes from Manhattan, and you're calling Fort Lee the city?
Right over. But you call Fort Lee the city.
No, he calls it the city. I don't call it the city. You know what he's talking about.
Then what? So you said you're right down the street from the city.
I'm across the George Washington Bridge, which takes you right into the city, and I'm right at the
What
bridge.
city?
Fort Lee in New Jersey.
No, but you're right.
I'm right across the Upper West Side of the city. So if I cross the George Washington Bridge, I'll end up in the Upper West Side of Manhattan. Right.
Manhattan is the city you were talking about.
But I'm not living there. That's just across the bridge.
You don't live in Manhattan, but you're 8 minutes from Manhattan.
Right.
That's the city he's talking about, TECHFALL.
Well, because we call it the city, right? Manhattan.
But you call. Right. That's what I was fucking asking you. What fucking city? And you were saying Fort Lee. You're 8 minutes from Fort Lee?
He basically lives in Prospect Park.
Colorado.
Basically.
Park, Colorado.
Basically.
Oh my God, bro.
Prospect Park was like 40 minutes from the city.
We've discussed this so many times.
You're 8 minutes from the
told
city.
You. I'm 8 minutes from the city, and the city,
What city?
is New York City.
Thank you.
That's what it's called. I get the joke.
I know what
now.
you were talking about.
I kept asking you, what city are you 8 minutes from? And you kept saying Fort Lee. What the fuck is happening in Fort Lee?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
You're 8 minutes from
what's
Manhattan.
happening in Fredericksburg or the Gerg?
Nothing. It's snowing.
What's happening everywhere right now?
Nothing. It's quarantine.
That's it.
Pandemic.
We're zooming Zombie Squad podcast. That's what we're doing. That's our nothing.
I'm
That's
sure
what
some
we're
people are
doing.
doing. I'm sure people are being productive in
I'm
New
drinking
York.
a couple of
I'm
Goose
sure-
Islands, chatting with you
I
guys for
pretty
2
much
hours.
guarantee that there's still shit going on in New York.
I'm eating Reese's
is,
Puffs.
there
I'm eating whatever. Who gives a fuck?
We actually missed a Led Zeppelin tribute show the other night we wanted to go to when we realized, oh, shit is actually going on in the city. And we just left because we just thought COVID had destroyed everything. But there is stuff going on here. I don't know about the Gerg. I don't know about Fredericksburg. But
No, there's still stuff going on in Fredericksburg. There's shows and stuff at this rec center they just did. They just did like an art show, and
get in there, man.
they had
Get in there and squeeze one out.
some DJ event goes on.
Yeah,
there,
dude.
so.
This is like the perfect time to squeeze in right now, man. No one's doing, right? It's
Perfect
I
like
mean,
the
they're still doing
Perfect time
comedy
to
shows and stuff. So there's still a lot going on.
Perfect
Yeah.
time to squeeze in, bro.
gotta get that short squeeze in there, bro. Just get in
Gotta get
there.
that short sale, man. Gotta get that short
Yeah.
sale. Gotta get that.
I mean, that's one place I could probably definitely rock out at is that rec center because they have events there all the time.
I'm just
And,
waiting for these.
and it's all
limit sales
catered
kick in,
to
man.
it's all catered to locals. Like if I wanted to do a comedy show, I could
Get that
I mean,
Dogecoin.
I've done a
up,
comedy
man.
show
Get
there
that
before.
Dogecoin up, man.
Yeah, man. Do it for the kids. Get that
It's just-
Dogecoin. Do
Do it for the
comedy show. Do it
Dogecoin,
all.
boy.
Do it for the Dogecoin, man. Do it for the Doge.
All right,
Wow.
gentlemen. Well, what's our favorite? What's our favorite product right now? Artistry, Neutralite, or XS?
Ooh, I definitely gotta go. I can't really do much without an excess to get the morning off, man. So vitamin B all day, every day. Energy.
All right.
drinks.
Well, check out XS. Check out XS at the shop on deadonpictures.com. Go to my shop. What the fuck is it? Your Best Life Fitness and Nutrition. And gentlemen, it was great having you on. To my viewers, I hope we've earned the privilege of your time and viewership. I know the first half of the show is a complete shit show and a comedy show and just like how not to make a show. And then I think it really kicked into some good shit. So until next time, you know what to do.